Yeah, hi there, and welcome back. So let us continue. And in this lecture, we are going to learn about let's go and see about the map operator, and which is on under the transforming observable. So let's go to the map, and let's see what does it actually say. So map transforms the item emitted by the observable by applying a function to each item. So which means that when there is an item is emitted by the observable, we can apply some function to it. So which means that we can modify that particular the item that is emitted, and then we can emit a new type of item. So map basically means that we can transform the object that we're receiving or the item that we are receiving to an another kind of object or the item that we want to modify and emit. So let's go and see in a practical way. It may be a bit confusing over here. So let's go back to our project, and first of all I'll just copy the same thing and same function, and I'll just rename this one to as a map operator. So it's just emitting the user list and type of the user. So let's go back to the main activity, and I'll just copy the same function, just copy it and let me paste it below over here. And instead of buffer operator, I'll just say as a map operator, and I'll remove the buffer over from here, and just I will say that map, apply the map. And when you you are getting the users over here, you get a user. So let's apply some function on it. I just say it dot I get access to the age, and I will just say that multiplied by the 2. So let us multiply the age by the 2, and down we will get the type whatever we are returning from. We are returning it.age, so we are getting the integer type. And then we will just go and run this application. So it should modify the age and give us the modified age below here. So the return type is of the integer. Just take a note over here, the return type. So whatever we are applying a function over here, that is being written down over here. So we are applying integer over here, it.age. We are just accessing the particular variable from that object, and then we are adding a multiplication. So if you go down here, we get a multiplied we get the age that has been multiplied by the 2. So let's say if you want to we are getting a list of we are getting the user, and your observable is emitting a user. So we want to modify this particular user to the another object, let's say a profile or the user profile. So I have created another class over here, which is a data class, and it's a user profile, and it has the same type of the value, that ID, name and age, and there is one additional variable which is of image. So the profile image has one additional value which is of the image. If you go to the user, we have ID, name and age, but in profile we have ID, name, age and the image itself. So let us transform our user object that we are getting, the item that we are getting as a user, and let us try to modify it to the user profile object. So how we can do that is let me try to comment out, so in case you want to check this one out later. So let me comment out this one, and let's go down and dot map. In the map we are getting a user, so if we get a user. So now I can apply it to the user profile. So I get a user profile, and here I will apply the it.id comma it the name second, and comma it we have the age. And then finally we need an image, so let me give a string type of image. So https, and we say that the test.com slash, and I will just say let me add the it dot the id. So we get some modify it. So basically we are getting a user, but we modify the item that we're receiving to the user profile. And now in the subscribe, you can see that on next we are getting the user profile. So we are actually getting the observable is type of the user, it's emitting the item type of the user. But when we come to this profile over here, we modify it and transform it to the user profile, and then on next when you are observing, we get the user profile. So it's transforming one object to the another object. So make sure you take a note over here. So map operator we use when we want to transform from one object to the another object, or from one item type to the another item type, or we can apply some function or your custom logic to this particular map and return the type over here. So let's run and let's take a look on the logcat over here. And now we get a user profile, and you can see that we have modified and we have added the image over here. So that's how the map operator works. So just go and practice it, and this is really useful because we will be using a lot in the Android application development. Whenever we are getting some type of user and we want to transform it to the another type of object, this is really helpful. So let's meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day.